The Garden of Eden was lost, Adam and Eve banished. They found themselves in a harsher world, a world where survival was not guaranteed. Their sons, Cain and Abel, grew. Cain, the firstborn, worked the land, while Abel tended flocks. They offered sacrifices to God, but God favored Abel's offering. Jealousy twisted Cain's heart, and he struck down his brother. The first murder stained the earth. Adam and Eve were devastated. Another son was born, Seth. He was a beacon of hope in a time of sorrow. Adam, burdened with grief and age, taught his sons and daughters. He told them of the garden, spoke of God's love and wrath, and warned them of temptation. Adam's time came to an end. His children buried him. They remembered his stories and carried the weight of his legacy. The descendants of Cain spread, built cities, sought pleasure, and forgot the lessons of Adam. They fell into darkness. The descendants of Seth remained close to God. They lived simple lives, worshipped faithfully, and kept the flame of righteousness alive. Generations passed. The descendants of Cain grew in number. They spread across the land, built mighty cities, and crafted tools and weapons. They sought comfort and pleasure, but their hearts were cold. The shadow of Cain's sin hung over them. They were a proud people. They worshipped idols of wood and stone, turning away from the one true God. The descendants of Seth watched from afar. They saw the corruption spreading and the wickedness taking root. They prayed for their lost brethren, but their prayers seemed to go unanswered. The two lineages remained separate, one bathed in light, the other consumed by darkness. Yet they were bound together, connected by the blood of Adam. Deep within the city of Nod, a descendant of Cain had a vision. He saw reeds swaying in the wind and heard music in their rustling. He crafted the first flute. Music filled the air. It was intoxicating. People danced and sang, forgetting their worries and abandoning their inhibitions. More instruments were made, drums pounded out rhythms and horns blared. The music grew louder, more frantic. It was no longer the gentle sound of nature, it was the sound of chaos. It stirred the blood and awakened dark desires. Men and women danced together, their movements becoming suggestive. Lust filled the air. What began as entertainment became a tool of temptation. Satan smiled. His plan was unfolding. News of the wickedness in Nod reached the ears of the Sethites. They were horrified. They saw the power of the music and recognized the danger it posed. They forbade its use amongst themselves, clinging tighter to their faith. They would not succumb to temptation. They would be a light in the growing darkness. One young woman, a descendant of Seth, felt a strange pull. She was drawn to the music. She yearned to experience the forbidden pleasures. She snuck into the city and was captivated by what she saw. She danced, she sang, and she lost herself in the moment. But deep down, a flicker of guilt remained, a seed of hope, planted by generations of faith. Could it blossom in the heart of darkness? Only time would tell.